It's the D&D Dummy Club. All right, welcome back to another special edition of the D&D Dummy Club. I'm Sean Crow, the Dungeon Master, and with me is my buddy Kyle. He plays, who do you play, Kyle?
Gravenor Victor.
Gravenor Victor. He, where we left off with with our normal game, Gravenor was grabbed, and this is what has taken place without the rest of the group. So unfortunately, Kyle wasn't here for our normal gaming session, so we made a special exception for that, and here's what took place when he got grabbed. So again, we're the D&D Dummy Club. We've been gaming for quite some time now, and we appreciate you checking out our show. That being said, we'll get into the game. Where we left off, you were grabbed and pulled into the darkness, snatched. So when that took place, all you felt was like a tightness around your chest. You didn't even realize what happened, and it went black, like darkness just encompassed you, and then you felt like lightweight, like how do I explain? Almost like you were floating in the air, and you feel like the wind blowing on you, but it's like not like a straight gush of wind. It's more like bursts of wind, and that's when you realize you can hear like the flapping of wings. So as that goes on, you can't even like move. You're kind of like almost like you're paralyzed. You come back in, like when your sight opens up, you feel like this huge force of like heat just blasting you, and redness, like hot heat, and that's when you see that you are now in a different place than where you were. And when you're able to see, you're being held by this huge creature with horns and wings. You still have your gear on you. You didn't lose anything. He lands on the ground and sets you in front of this guy, huge creature. Looks like this.
Does that look minotaurish?
Yeah, he looks like a gigantic minotaur.
Okay.
He's like sitting on this throne. Looks like it's made out of like weird. The throne that he's sitting on is like made out of stone and like weird looking skulls that have like horns and stuff on it.
I've heard of these creatures, but I've never seen one before.
Yeah, so this is where it gets interesting. Nobody's attacking you, but when you look around, you see several very strange creatures looking at you. And then this large creature is sitting on this throne, and he looks at you, and he's like, "The prophecy. You are here now. You need to hear me. Do you know why you're here?"
I do not, and I know nothing of the prophecy.
There's a war going on in my world. A huge war. But in your world, there is a man who's trying to interfere in my world. And right now, we can't have that. If this man accomplishes his goals, you will not like the outcome. It will bring my world into your world. And right now, as much as I would love that, It can't happen.
What world is this?
Well, my friend, you are on one of the planes of hell. I brought you here because you guys have been prophesized, your group, that you can stop this man because we can't travel freely in your realm unless we're summoned there. But one of your people, one of your kind, has the ability to summon some of the more powerful Desians of this realm. And not only can he summon them, but he can control them.
Is this the person you're asking me to look for and or stop?
It would be in both of our parties' best interests if you stop this.
What is this person's name? How will I know?
Theducio.
Theducio?
Theducio.
I don't think I've heard that name before.
Yes, you have heard that name
If I
before.
have. It'll be in my notes then.
Dave says you need to speak up.
Okay.
And while this creature's like talking to you, you can tell there's like a tension in the air.
He is the wizard on the bounty board.
Yes.
Okay.
Not on the bounty board, but one of the rumors that you talked about in...
For summoning demons. That's what
yeah.
the rumor was. It didn't say where he was. I have that he might be in the Evermores, but that's the extent of what...
Yeah, what you know so
we
far.
have. Right. So we need to stop him.
And you can hear like far off in the distance, like it sounds like some kind of battle going on. It's not near you, but you can faintly hear it. And periodically, you'll see smaller Desians come in to the area, and they'll like whisper to the bigger ones, like the horn guys with the wings, and then they'll scamper off as like they're getting commands or something.
So the information I have on Theducio is he summons demons, yet you're devils.
They're
Correct.
kind of all the same.
They're kind of all the same.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's different. This game has changed a little bit.
And what's your name?
I will not tell you my true name.
What are you known as?
You can just know me as the person trying to stop this from happening. To know my name gives you power over me, and I will not give you any power over me.
Is there a name you're known as that doesn't give you power, would not give me power over you?
You can just call me the Minotaur.
The Minotaur.
That'll work.
Fair enough. Apparently you already know I'm Gravenor.
Yes. You've been prophesized, and I've never had to rely on humans for help.
Can you give me information regarding this prophecy?
Well, the prophecy states if Theducio is able to complete his goals, he's going to be the ultimate ruler of both realms and basically combine them. And if he's in charge, well, then I can't be in charge. And that's a problem. But right now, there's a huge war going on in my realm. All the planes of hell are at battle. And to have interlopers interjecting in this huge war at a time like now is not good for business. So we need you and your band to stop Fiducio from completing his task. So far, he's been able to take several of us. And I fear that he's going to be able to take more unless someone stops him in his realm.
What aid can you provide to help us? Information, material, items, anything that can help us in this quest to help stop the Ducio for us and for you.
I can't give you aid. All I can give you is my wisdom.
Okay.
And this is what I know, only of this prophecy.
Do you know where he exists now on our plane? So that we can find him.
That I don't know.
Okay.
You're going to have to find that out. What I do know is he has a relic, a crown. And this crown allows him to control creatures from other planes.
Do you know what it's called?
That I don't know. One of my imps have told me about this crown. He's seen it in action.
If we take this crown away from him, does that prevent him from the use of it, or can he still use it somehow?
You're going to need to destroy the crown.
Okay, destroy the crown. Do you know how we destroy the crown, or is that something we're going to have to find out?
You're going to have to find that one out.
Okay.
It just needs to be destroyed. As much as I would love to have the crown for my own bidding, it's probably not best to be in anyone's hands, especially right now.
Okay. Thank you for that information. How should I communicate with you in the future if you either have more wisdom to impart upon us or if I have some information that might help you?
You can only communicate if you make a pact with me. Now, pacts work in interesting ways.
I've heard from my foster father, pacts tend to be extremely one-sided and never a good thing.
You got to get closer to the mic, Dave's saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
My foster father Barzak related tales to me of pacts some previous companions of his had made that did not turn out well or end well. Why should we make a pact here today?
Well, if you want to communicate with us, with me, you've got to make a pact with me. Set a slight contract. I take a little bit of something from you, and in return, I give you glory and power.
I'm not really interested in glory and power.
Then you don't need to make a pact with me.
Okay. If all you can give me is the wisdom that you've currently given me, I don't see a reason to make a pact either. We will hunt him down for you. And I'm guessing if you really need to communicate with me, you can have somebody come pick me up like this again.
Oh, trust me, there's more to this prophecy. I know at some point your group of adventurers are going to be here on my realm. I'm not going to stop you from doing what you're going to do. And in return, you're going to turn a blind eye to what I want to do. That is my deal that I can make for you.
I don't know that it's fair for me to make a deal without consulting with my entire group, since the prophecy involves all of us. My code prevents me from doing something that might benefit me and yet might not benefit the group. So I would need the group's approval before I agreed to any of this.
You see him kind of like clench his hands on his throne, like he's about to rise up, but then he kind of takes a breath and he sits back and he leans forward towards you. If you stop Fiducio, I will consider not killing you when you guys arrive here. Because I know you're going to be part of a battle. Another battle. See, in this realm there's always wars going on. But right now, there's a huge power struggle. And the last thing I need is a band of adventurers getting involved in a battle that has nothing to do with them.
Isn't that what you're asking me to do in trying to prevent Fiducio from having...
Fiducio's trying to control everything.
Okay.
And if he takes the power, then we're all doomed. And I never said that before. I'm usually the doom bringer. Yeah, Dave said much better now that you're closer to the mic.
Okay. Is there any other way to pass along information? Because if I go back and talk to the group and they agree that I should make a pact with you so that we can communicate, then I'm okay with it.
You won't need to communicate with me.
Okay.
You accomplish your goals. You stop Fiducio, destroy the crown, and you won't have to worry about this realm. But if the prophecy holds true, at some point, you'll be back here. Not necessarily where I rule, but if we do cross paths and we don't have a pact, I'm afraid I will have to do my best to destroy you and your best.
My problem with that is you're telling me the prophecy says I'm going to come back here. Then why shouldn't I just let Fiducio do what Fiducio's going to do? He's not threatening me currently, but you're giving me the potential threat that if we run into each other in hell sometime, you're going to do what you have to do.
If you let Fiducio be successful, you, your kin, all your dwarven relatives will be gone. Their souls taken, controlled by Fiducio. So by all means, if you want to let him rule the realms, then let it happen. All I know is what the prophecy has set forth. It doesn't mean it has to happen. I'm trying to give you the opportunity to stop it from happening. I can't stop it. You have to. I can't roam freely in your realm. You can.
Other than information, what positives and negatives would a pact between the two of us bring? Would I look any different? Would I feel any different? How would we communicate telepathically? How does this work?
I would be able to communicate with you in your mind. You will be able to reach out for me, and I will be able to respond.
Is there any potential for control on either side?
I'm not going to control you.
Okay. So other than the communication, what else would a pact bring, or positive or negative?
Oh, the pact just means a lot. You will have my protection when you're in my realm. And trust me, there's going to come a point where you're going to need to be in my realm. See, your battle isn't with me. At least, not right now. And if you make a pact with me, well, this layer, this realm that we are in right now, will not stop you from moving on to the next realm. And then the next realm. Because see, it's a win-win. You and your adventurers, eventually, with great power, will be able to destroy a lot of my competition here.
Which helps you.
Exactly. It's a win-win. And in return, you don't have to worry about me or my armies. And I've been in this game for thousands of years.
So, if at any point in time either one of us wants to break the pact, how does that happen? And what are the effects of that?
The pact is only broken when you're dead.
And then what?
And then I
Does
get
my
to...
soul come to hell?
Yes.
Then what's the upside to the pact other than being able to communicate with you? Yeah,
Like I told you.
I think I'll have to pass on the pact.
Well, it's your choice. But keep that in mind. If you pass on the pact, you may have to deal with my wrath at another point in time. And there won't be a pact to be offered then.
I'd like to hope and or make an agreement with you now that even though I might not be willing to do a pact because I don't understand the full downsides as well as don't have the agreement of my full group, which I think matters to me, that if we do this for you and take care of Theodosius, that you would respect that and that we could work together in a positive fashion instead of having to become enemies at some point in time. Use us. Like you said, we're going to be able to kill a lot of your enemies. That's only a positive for you.
I've been in this world or in this realm for eons. I cannot count how many times I've been double-crossed or lied to. What makes that not happen again with you humans? Humans are notorious liars.
Fair enough. However, if we do lie or try to double-cross you, then obviously we're enemies and then you can take action against us. I only ask that until one side breaks faith with the other, that we have some form of peaceful, friendly relationship.
We can.
With mutual respect.
We can have that.
Okay.
Just give me your word. Just make that pact with me, and you'll have nothing to worry about.
I can't make that pact without the agreement of the rest of the group. That wouldn't fit within what I believe in. I don't believe in myself above the group, so I don't believe it's only my decision to make.
And while this is going on, you're noticing the whole time you've been in here, it's really hard to breathe. It's so hot. Because you're in your plate armor.
Mm-hmm.
You're sweating. Every breath is like burning your lungs. And you also notice like your armor is kind of like scorched. It doesn't look like it used to. So you can tell that the climate in here is definitely affecting you while you're here. So that being said, I want you to understand like your surroundings of this environment.
What do I know of pacts other than what I've heard from my foster father? That they don't usually end up well.
Give me a dice check and let me see if I can tell you.
15?
A 15, and I will make that. Do you have what kind of knowledge skill do you have? Do you have any like history or lore? Heath says, "Sign the pact, you pussy."
Who says this?
Heath, yeah.
And honestly, I would want to sign the pact, but what would my guy do?
Nice one, Heath.
Yeah. Very nice.
That's fucking great.
No, I don't have anything other than I think I would have a religious background based on my foster father. Other than that, I don't have any.
What you get from what you're able to remember is if you're offered a pact, you do gain a lot of power. And it's up to you whether it's worth it or not. I mean,
well,
where the payment comes off for him is if you're slain. Then
sure.
And then you will probably become a soldier in his army. Depending on how well you did in this life that you're in.
Well, according to him, we're going to do pretty well if we're going to be here in the future.
And
Is there a way that if we accomplish goals that you are asking of us, that at some point we can call the pact? I'm sorry, that we can call the pact fulfilled.
now, are you asking this creature?
Yes.
I'll say that again.
Is there a way, if we little out of character for a second, just like Lord of the Rings with the wraith-like people,
Right.
they had to do something to uphold their side of the pact, and then
Right.
Aragorn felt the pact was fulfilled and let him released.
Right.
Is there a way that if we accomplish the goals you have set, the reason for making this pact on your side, that gives you the faith in us, that's why you want the pact,
Right.
that at some point in time that you will hold the pact fulfilled and dissolve the pact? That's what I would ask, and then I would do that with you.
He tells you, if you are successful at stopping Thedusio, either destroy the crown or bring me the crown. I will then free you of your pact with me.
How do we destroy the crown? Do you know?
That I don't know.
Okay.
It's a relic that has been created by him.
Okay.
How he's done it, I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is it holds a lot of power over my kind.
And you don't know of any way for me to find him. So we'll have to figure that out on our side.
You'll have to find him in your realm.
Okay. Based on that,
My power doesn't extend into your realm.
you're telling me that we have to take him out anyway, or it affects our realm. And like you said,
It's going to
everybody
combine
knows,
both realms.
including my friends in my group here, which are my family to me, would no longer exist. Then yes, I will make that pact.
And as much as I would love to run rampant through your realm, right now with the wars that are waging, with all the realms, with all the 9 realms, I can't be distracted by a war taking over your realm.
I appreciate that. I would make the pact with you based on if we kill him and or get rid of the crown or deliver the crown to you, that then if I asked that the pact be dissolved, that it would be dissolved or fulfilled rather.
If you fulfill it, I will honor my word with you.
I would make a pact based on that because I believe that's in the best interest of the group.
Then come forward.
Okay, I'd move forward.
Let me see your arm.
Which arm? I show him both arms. Take your pick.
He grabs your right arm.
Okay.
And with his left hand, he takes his claw and he like slices your forearm and wrist. And he clasps his huge hand around your whole arm. Like he's a lot bigger than you.
Mm-hmm.
Around your wrist. And you feel like a burning sensation. And then your armor gets more scorched. And he says, "Consider this done. The pact between you and I. Now, I'm going to send you back to your realm."
Before you send me back, is there any chance you have a really nice glaive that I can use to help fulfill the pact?
No, I'm not giving you a blade.
Fair enough. I had to try. It would help and be beneficial to my group.
Take care of this adventure. Stop Thedusio. And we will see each other again. And with this pact, my realm, my army, will not stop you.
We will take care of Thedusio.
So be it. And with that, he then sits back into his throne. He motions, and that huge horned creature steps forward, grabs you, and he like lifts you up in the air, and he starts flying. And you see him, like you look up above, and you see this black cylinder open up, and he flies into the darkness. And then you are then transported back to where you were in that room, and the group kind of something's going on, and that's when where you left off with that you've got something to tell them.
I do.
So this is where we're going to leave this adventure off at, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little short side, one-off. But I felt we had to do this justice so that everyone could see what's going on. All right. So again, we want to thank you guys for checking out the show. We appreciate your support. You can also find us on YouTube. Check us out on Patreon as well. And hey, we will see you guys next Sunday night. Until then, take care.
Take care.